आज बातें कुछ अनकही सी ना रह जाएं, इसलिए भोपाल लिटरेचर एंड आर्ट फेस्टिवल 2024 में हमारे बीच मौजूद हैं द पीपल सिंगर, द आइकॉनिक, द क्वीन ऑफ इंडियन पॉप, उषा उत्तप जी. प्लीज गिव अ लार्जेस्ट राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज. थैंक यू सो मच मैम फॉर बीइंग हियर. और उनके साथ वार्तालाप करने के लिए, डिस्कशन करने के लिए मैं इस मंच पे आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा सृष्टि झा जी को और सत्य सरन जी को. जोरदार तालियों से उनका भी हम सॉल्व करेंगे. Srishti Jha is a writer, editor and journalist. She has worked in the media for past 12 years and with publications like Hindustan Times, India Today and among others. She has extensively covered art, culture, fashion, travel, heritage, languages, books and human narratives in her work. Srishti's first translation work, The Queen of Indian Pop, the authorized biography of Usha Uthup ji, originally written in Hindi by author and senior journalist Vikas Kumar Jha, was published by Penguin India in 2022. And she has been on the panel as a speaker at JLF, Kerala Literature Festival and more. And she is currently working on her first novel, a poetry collection and a screenplay. Would be eager to read that. As the second discussion for the day, we are delighted to have Sathya Saran ji. जोरदार तालियां उनके स्वागत के लिए होनी चाहिए. She is the author of a wide variety of books, including the acclaimed biographical book on Gurudutt ji, S.D. Burman ji, Jagjit Singh ji. आपने उन्हें अभी अंतरंग में सुना होगा कुछ समय पहले. She has also a book of short stories called The Dark Side and a collection of her editorials titled From Me to You. She is a guest lecturer at NIFT, where she teaches fashion journalism. And we are so glad and delighted to have you at the Bhopal Literature and Art Festival. मैं चाहूँगा, please give it up for the three ladies, and I'll be requesting our moderators to please begin the most awaited session of the Bhopal Literature and Art Festival. Over to you.
Thank you. Hi audience, I don't think you want to hear any of us except her. Right? So I'm going to keep my questions very short and you will keep your answers very long. Okay, let's start from, where shall we start? From the beginning. So tell us, what is it that made you take up music?
Hi everybody. Namaskar, namaskaram, sat sri akal, salam alaikum to all of you, and welcome to this magical evening. You've made it magical for me by the kind of welcome he gave me, and all of you did. There is nothing more that any artist would want in this life, and which is why I say, and he says that I'm a people's person. It's really true. If tonight, if this moment, everything were to finish, how happy and how humbled I would be, and how full of gratitude I would be. Because music is everything for me, and my audience is just one notch over that, over the music. And how did I get into music? Sathya, what a long answer would you want for that? Because music is everything I've ever wanted in my life, never thinking that I wanted it. Till Srishti Jha's father, Shri Vikas Kumar Jha, asked me all those amazing questions. I wasn't prepared for anything like that. और लोग कहते हैं कि जो पॉप सिंगर्स होते हैं या नाइट क्लब सिंगर्स होते हैं, उनके सिर्फ इंग्लिश में बुक्स लिखे जाते हैं. पता नहीं क्यों, लैंग्वेज, it's a preconceived idea. But when he decided finally, after all the endless conversations that we had, he decided, or rather I asked him, how could this ever be an interview? And he said, well, we'll make it into a biography. And imagine a person who was singing, never know how much I love you. You never know how much I care. Imagine someone like that being written about in Hindi. That is my biggest, biggest, what shall I say, achievement or whatever you want to call it. Blessing. I think blessing. क्योंकि लोग हमेशा सोचते हैं कि especially in the Hindi film industry, सोचते हैं कि अरे ये तो अंग्रेजी गाती है, क्या गाएगी हमारे लिए. And then एक से बढ़कर एक hit हुए. वैसे तो खींच के हमारे सिर्फ I have only about 1,000 songs I think altogether. When all the other singers, if there was any other singer, I hope there'll never be another singer over here. Yeah, but at least I'm honest, yeah. So if there were any other singers you interviewed, they have nothing less than 10,000, no? 40,000, 50,000 recordings, and I don't have all that much. But I have all of you. And I don't think that happens to every singer. After singing for 54 years, you got that wrong. You said 53, it's 54. And he said 16, it's 18 languages. And music has been the binding force. So after Shivikas Kumar Jha wrote this book, he called it Ullas Ki Nao. And I think that's all that I really want in life, is to bring happiness and a smile on everybody's face. That's it. Please don't cut off the mic, huh?
Okay, I got back. Usha ji.
Yeah, about music. So I was just coming to that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So how did I get into music? Quite by chance. Nothing was planned. I come from a very musical family. My father and mother, my grandparents, everybody were into music, whether it was Mozart, Beethoven, or Chopin, or listening to Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab, or listening to Bismillah Khan, or Kishori Amunkar and Dagar Brothers, and you name it, all musical. And then on the other hand, we had Radio Ceylon and BBC and Voice of America, where we listened to Frank Sinatra and Cliff Richard and Beatles and everything. So we were a very musical family. And funnily enough, I went to funny that from a South Indian traditional family, the two original singers, Indira and Uma, the Sami sisters, my two elder sisters, who were the original singing Sami sisters, and they did Western music only. And then, in that time, when, 54 years ago, you want to clap for that? 54 years of singing. My God, when I say it, I really feel I shock myself. In those days, there was nothing but the radio. Nothing. We didn't have any television or anything. So I didn't copy anybody. I just, you know what I mean. So it's not how good or how bad, but how original a singer. And I'm 100% original. Kisi ki copy nahi ki maine. And how could I copy? Because I never learned music in my life, not a note of music. Whatever I learned was through experience and being with you. As I always say, music is not my business, communication is. And I found that, even though my music teacher threw me out of class and she said, Usha, I can't fit you in anywhere because your voice is so deep and it's so husky and it's so this and it's so that. But she knew that I had music in me. So she made me a good percussion player. So I'm a very good percussion player. Tambourine and whatnot. But then I think music was in my blood, really. And I knew in every party or anything like that, everybody would say, please sing, and I would desperate to sing, and I would sing. I'm banging on the table and say, Meri Zahara Jabin, or I would sing, the song like, I don't know how this song came up to me. Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. So that was a long, long time ago. And I had all these influences all from Radio Ceylon and, of course, Vivid Bharati. So I was a mixture. I learned all the languages, and coming from a South Indian family, we spoke Tamil at home. Are there any South Indians here? One. Oh, plenty. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 10. Who cares? And sitting in the middle of Madhya Pradesh, it's really wonderful to know that we have people who will agree with me that finally it doesn't matter where you come from. Jo kuch bhi ho jaye, hum ye kahenge, हम एक थे, एक हैं, एक हमेशा रहेंगे, भारतीय, right? Hindustani. And we're so happy and so lucky to know that we have so many different languages. So there I was singing in all different kind of languages because I heard it on the radio. And there used to be, I don't know if any of you, please don't feel bad to agree that you know that in 54 years ago, you also liked the same song because some people are worried about the age, you know. I'm not, because retro is where it's at. Everybody wants to listen to what it used to be. And everybody wants to listen to the old music one more time. Nobody wants just the new thing. So all these lovely children over here think that Madonna did Fever first, but I did Fever in 1969. Yo! How do you say that? Yo. Yo. So is the finger right? Now you all have got some new things. No. Okay. Whatever. We didn't have anything like that. We just went up and sang, and that's all I knew how to sing. And so there were people who said that I sounded like Kishore Kumar, or I sounded like Mohammed Rafi, or Mannada, or Tom Jones, or Jose Feliciano. Almost always people always thought that I sang men's songs, okay? But I think a song is a song is a song, and a song has no gender, really. I mean, really, a man can sing any song and a woman can sing any song. Have you ever heard of a bhajan being sung only by a man or only by a woman? So why only in pop music was this thing about, or Indian music, that only the good girls have to sing in that high voice, like Lataji Mangeshkar, and I got all the bad girls. And yeah, I mean, it's really strange because I'm such a good girl, as all of you can see. So music became part of me and an extension of whatever I stood for. And that was to be together with people, whoever it was, whether it was with one person in the audience, with my father or mother or whoever. It was always in my bloodstream. And I think the first time professionally I heard applause, it was like the biggest high in my life. Biggest. Much bigger than all of you know now about single malt and vodkas being mixed with this and that and shots, and I don't know what you'll talk about, but I'm on a natural high. I just need all of you in front of me, and whoa, there I am. So it's music that brought me here. And thank God for that. Thank God for the music. And thank God for the fact that I feel it's so pompous, to say the queen of Indian pop. But I am so. So, which means I don't know what to say. Because it's such a fantastic thing to say the queen of Indian pop. But it truly is, because there was nobody else when I started singing, okay?
And no, don't take all my questions away now.
Oh, you, okay, sorry, ma. Sorry.
I was going to ask you, because that's an amazing story, written beautifully by you, Srishti, on your first performance. How did it happen in the club?
Ask her.
No.
Ask this beautiful girl. Now, actually, for me, the thing is, it's so amazing to be written by somebody who is so young, okay? So this kind of covers the fact that I'm a people singer, and that music has no age and no gender, no class, no nothing, no sex, no age, nothing like that. And I just think it's so marvelous to be able to tell everybody that Srishti has written about me. I mean, look at her age and look how beautiful she is. Of course, it's not the thing that I'm much slimmer than she is, but yeah. But she writes marvelously. And do you want to talk about that, my first performance?
You had gone with your aunt Leela Nathan, and she was accompanying you because it's like your family wanted a guardian to go with you, and she started singing. And if I remember correctly, she was compared to a phoenix. Like when she started performing at 9 Gems, the entire environment it was totally filled with her voice. Like, I don't remember the exact, sort of like words that as to like how my father described it or how I did, but I remember the term phoenix there, and she was just rising and rising and rising, and everything that evening became about that voice. and there's this young woman in her Kanjivaram sari with her gajra, her bindi, her bangles, and it's like the end of her aanchal tied to the mic. That's Ushaji's style, and she's just singing, and her eyes are closed, and she's just singing, and people are just getting overwhelmed, and they all are kind of comparing her to different ideas of what they find mesmerizing. So yeah, sort of like it was your first performance, and then your aunt was just looking at everybody. Maybe she was.
And the funny thing is that it was in Madras.
Yes, and yeah, she was like a phoenix that night. I mean, that's what I remember from the chapter that
That's such a
I
lovely
translated from the
word
original
to
work.
say.
So yeah, that is what it
I was thinking, since language has no barriers, shall we conduct this in Tamil?
Of course, but they won't understand.
So no barriers, no?
No,
They'll
but
understand
neither
your
will you,
voice.
but I'll explain properly. Kurunga, enna vannalam kurunga.
No, I was just.
Why this kolaveri demon?
That I understand.
I'd love to hear that from you. when
Yeah,
you sing
actually,
that.
sometimes, the strangest songs have the deepest meanings, really. And I don't think when Anirudh really wrote this, or when Dhanush really sang it, or the video became viral, I don't think they really realized. And I was the first one to pick it up, and I mean, as a performer, because everybody else thought it was such a silly song to sing, But I found that, you could. A song doesn't really always have to be so deep and, with a lot of cerebral stuff in it, because sometimes people are looking for something which you can just relate to, and just enjoy just for a little while. But this song turned out to be really, for me, every time I sing a song, even if I've sung it 3 million times before, like, Kali teri guttu te paranda tera lalni. For me, every time I sing it, I have to reinvent, reconstruct, rediscover, figure out how I can bring something new to you. And when I sang Kolaveri D, both Dhanush and Anirudh both said that they never thought that someone like myself or any other singer would sing Kolaveri D. And somehow at that time there was a little bit of a problem that was going on in the country, small problem. And I kept saying, why this Kolaveri D? Kolaveri means the murdering mood, so much of violence. Why? When we come from a land of Bapuji and, Gandhiji, and we talk about non-violence, so why this Kolaveri D? Why this Kolaveri D, da? And it made so much sense when I spoke about it, and then I sang it. And there was some things in my mind. I feel that, when you say it in that particular language, it no longer belongs only to that particular state. And everybody understood it. I mean, when I sing in Bengal or when I'm singing in Amritsar, in Punjab or wherever, people ask me for the D song. I mean, it's a different thing that I don't look like Dawood, but still, thank God for that. But they say, Didi, sing the D song. And so I sing the D song. And, it's such a non-loser song. If you feel that it's a loser song when they say, this is just a soup song. I mean, it's a loser's song. No, it's never going to happen to me kind of thing. So the meaning always got through so well, and எனக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப பெருமை இந்த மாதிரி பாட்டெல்லாம் பாடினோம். Can I say that well? It means, yeah. It means that I'm really proud to say that, you have to get the right kind of meaning and be convinced yourself, and only then you could pass it on to anybody else. And Kolaveri D meant a lot to me. Besides
I
all
hope
the...
you'll sing it this evening.
I'm not sure I have the track, but I would have loved to sing it, yeah.
But, it's always, I'm sure the audience wants to know, what is a good South Indian girl who grew up in Bombay singing in a nightclub, English songs in Calcutta? Now, this is like right across the country, across barriers. How did that happen?
Yes, actually, many people probably thought, what is this good, what is this South Indian girl doing in a Kanjivaram sari, singing in a nightclub? But I think after a point, say after I've sung 3 or 4 songs in the evening, the first day, of course, I'm sure there are many people over here who've never heard me or don't know about me. That's okay. My name is Usha Uthup, and I've been born and brought up in Bombay, married into Kerala, now living in Kolkata, which made me feel very, very strong about the fact that truly borders mean nothing, really. And with music, you can really get across very easily. And so I felt that when people just accepted me the way I was, I think I was lucky. I think in 1969, it was truly only the so-called Anglo-Indian who was singing in nightclubs with lovely dresses, frocks as I would call it, their lovely black numbers showing cleavage and flesh, which I don't have much to show about. Flesh, yes, but no. Yeah. But it was, the whole atmosphere was different, and only men would go to the nightclubs in those days. And then there I came looking like the girl next door, scrubbed clean, and and all the girls in the audience became, all the ladies became my friends, and they still are my best friends. I think Woman Shakti begins right there, when you can all stand together and say, yeah, we are together. And my advice, next line, straight away, is to the women to say, don't fight about it. I mean, let the men think that they're making the decision. Make it slyly yourself, but... No, but I think it was the timing, and all the women became my best friends. And so I had wonderful women in the audience as well, who didn't think about the fact that only men came to nightclubs. And soon I became a family person, and they would bring their daughters, their sisters, and everybody. And nightclubs became a place where you just went for good music, or good food, or music and food together, and good drinks. It didn't become at that, like it used to be in those days, a bad place. Okay. And I never ever had a bad experience. Many people ask me, and many people want to know, and especially people who interview me, kuch bhi, is there anything that you struggled and you went through? It doesn't mean that I didn't have a hard time. Like any other working woman, I had plenty of hard times, but not to talk about, really. I think I'm quite very, very regular and a very normal person. And so I found that the people actually, the timing was so correct for me. I was really lucky. I was really lucky to have wonderful audiences everywhere. And I didn't have any sensational news to give people. So even today when people ask me in interviews, and I struggle kaisa hua tha, and I say, I don't make sensational copy. I can't say, itna struggle hua meri zindagi mein, hi. No, I'm not that kind of person. I like to tell everybody that it doesn't matter, ye mat kaho khuda se meri mushkilein badi hain, ye mushkilon se keh do mera khuda bada hai. And I think that means a lot, really. And it's that kind of spirit is what we really need. And don't focus, if you're looking for a lot of trouble, you can find it everywhere. And who doesn't have a problem? We all have problems in our life. And so music has been fantastic for me. And people never questioned me and asked me, like, if I may share with you, and Hariharan, that fantastic singer, once when I asked him, how was your show in Pakistan? He said to me, and he told me in Tamil, he said, it was the first time that somebody said to me that how beautifully I sang in Urdu, and never referred to the fact that the next line, which normally comes, South Indian hote hue, aapne itne achhe kaise gaya? My answer for that is always, South Indian हूँ मैं, इसीलिए मैंने इतने अच्छे गाए. Yeah. So I think that is so important when you can overcome that, and ride over that. I think that's what it's all about. And it's really been wonderful for me when people have accepted me the way I am. And I never had to change for the sake of singing in a particular place that I have to wear feathers or I have to wear this or short dress. Imagine me in a short dress. But yeah, I mean, that's really sad. Thank God I don't. Because there's nothing as fantastic as a sari. You could cover so many kilos, yeah? So many. What to do? Not you. You're very thin. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, sari, 6 meters, you can just cover it all up. And especially as she said, the way I hold the sari, I hold it so that because yeah, but I'm sure many of you, because I've been to Bhopal before, and I've never said this before to all of you, but I have to share this with you. And the first time I sang in Madras, it was a fantastic show, really. And next morning, and South Indians, they're very, very discerning people. And they really know their music, Yeah, very discerning. So